Good evening, everyone. Hi, thanks for coming in. Good evening. Hi, TikTok. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome for one more session, one more portal. And this is not only a portal, but it's also a Chinese New Year. So happy Fire Horse New Year to everyone watching. And this is a very powerful manifestation time for everybody, for the whole planet. Good evening. Thanks for coming in. I hope you stay through the end so you can benefit from the energy of this powerful session that I am doing tonight. And if you just come in and out, you're not going to receive the benefits of it. But before you stay throughout, I want to know that everybody who's joining is really supposed to be here tonight, because this energy of the fire horse is a very strong and fast energy. This hasn't happened in 60 years. The last fire horse energy was in 1966. So this is a very powerful moment for the planet. It's a transformational period, and it's a fast forward movement period for everyone. So no more stagnation. And I want to know about you guys, if you've been doing the work, if you have been working on yourself, trying to change what you need to change and achieve what you've been trying to achieve. And if you've been feeling stagnant for a long time, that means that you've been putting in the work, that you've been aware of this energy, which a lot of people haven't. And if you haven't been aware of this energy, most likely you won't be feeling the benefits of the Fire Horse New Year, because this will align with those who have been already doing the work. So if you've been creating, if you've been pursuing what you want, and if you've been putting it out there with no results whatsoever, even for years and years, you've been working in yourself, healing yourself, if you've been trying to change realities with no success whatsoever, if you've been seeing synchronicities, if you've been seeing repeated numbers, that is a sign that you are on the right track and you are aware of this energy. Confirmation burp. So I personally have been putting in the work for the last 12 years, trust me, clearing things from inside of me that needed to go. And this is not an overnight work. So if you haven't in any time whatsoever touched on clearing anything from inside of you, traumas, bad experiences, relationships, things that you've been doing wrong, patterns, if you haven't ever worked on those things, what happens for people who haven't been putting in the work during the fire horse energy, it can backfire onto you. So you can feel the heavier energy if you haven't doing the work yourself. So this can be a very swift, a very powerful forward and manifesting year for those who have been working. But for those who haven't, it can be very heavy. It can be different. It can be stagnant. So you know what you've been doing, and that's why I say, if you've been putting in the work, stay through the end, because you will benefit from this. If you haven't, then I cannot promise that things are going to change if you haven't changed yet. It is a process. Like I said, I've been working on myself for over a decade, and this is not an overnight kind of work. For those who haven't met me before, my name is Adriana Barros. I am a trauma release and healing specialist. So I do work on releasing trauma on people and animals, any type of trauma, physical, emotional, psychological, as well as the table for a prosperity, a table for accelerated prosperity therapist, which is the tool that I'm using tonight. I also do 2 other therapies energy work. They're all energy therapies that I use in order to release and heal trauma. This tool that I'm using tonight is not only to release trauma, but it's more related to abundance and prosperity. So if you have blockages in your life, money blockages, if you have belief systems related to money, related to acquiring money, saving money, spending money, this tool can really make you move forward and break the patterns and the obstacles, and elevate your vibrational frequency, elevate all your energy bodies and make you vibrate high. Because you probably have heard this before, you only manifest if you vibrate at a very high vibrational frequency. So manifestation is a process. It's not something that you're into it and you think that things just happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight, especially for manifesting. So if you see people who win the lottery, for example, that's just a random example. This is not luck. There's no luck in the universe. It's alignment. It's you using your energy for the good, being happy, vibrating high, and detaching from the reality. The reason why a lot of people don't manifest is because they're too attached to their pain and suffering. They actually live in anxiety and fear, and they magnify everything that hasn't even happened yet. So they live in the future. And that if you live in the future, that's why you don't manifest. You have to detach. You have to be confident. You have to have faith, not religious faith, but you have to be so secure that you will achieve what you want as if you have already achieved it. This is the principle of manifesting, of manifestation. So all these things combined is a process. That's why I say if things start happening this year for you, it's because you've been putting in the work. And like I said, just the manifestation process, it's not a simple 1-2 steps. It is quite a few steps that you have to be observant of, and you have to be consistent at doing it. So with all that being said, this fire horse energy, which is a very rare energy that comes forward this year, starting today, and this energy will stay with us for the next 10 years. So if you are already vibrating high, if you have put in the work, this is when things start domino effect happening. Good on top of good, better on top of better. Everything will just move forward. You're going to start attracting what you want. Money's going to come in. Clients are going to come in. You're going to close deals. You're going to attract what you want. You're going to open businesses. You're going to sell more than ever. So that's why if you have seen any of my lives before, any of my sessions, that I keep asking you guys to watch my sessions through the end. For those who just pop in and out and they stay 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and they leave, it's number one, they are not aligned to receive. They're not ready to receive. But for those who are, you need to stay through the end. You have to put in the work. Nobody can watch a video for you. Nobody can make you listen to a podcast for you. These are things that open your consciousness. These are things that open your mind. They open your thinking process. They make you expand your consciousness so you can elevate and detach from this mundane energy from the planet where we're on right now. So that's why people who are too attached to material things have much more difficulty attracting what they want and manifesting what they want, even if what they want is material, but it's because they're too attached to the outcome. And that's the thing. When you put in the work, you just have to be confident and faithful that it will happen and let it go. And then whatever you let go, it'll come back to you if it's meant to. It is hard to trust, it is, but there's no other way. There's no other formula. This is the formula. Okay, I just wanted to put it out there. So, and today is also a very powerful manifestation date because there's also a solar eclipse happening today. When you have the solar eclipse, it's the alignment, not, it's a partial alignment, it's not 100% alignment, but is when the moon passes between the earth and the sun. So this happening with the fire horse energy, this is a very powerful date to really break free from whatever you've been doing before. So the year before that, before this one, was the year of the snake. The year of the snake was the year of shedding, was the year of letting go, of losing, of dying, even if you've lost people or animals, or friendships, whatever it is. If you experienced losses last year, it's all part of the shedding, because unfortunately they were not supposed to be with you. They had to go. Okay, and that goes for friendships, that goes for jobs, that goes for residences, whatever it is that you lost last year. Okay, so again, shifting into the positive side of this year, starting today, because that's why if you've been listening to predictions and whatnot, everybody had been saying that the year 2026 really starts on February 17th, which is today. So because it's number one, the year of the fire horse. And again, this energy, this forward energy only really kicks in today. So nothing really happened until yesterday. You're still shedding, you're still changing realities, moving from where you were to the new one. So that's why if you decluttered, if you let go of people and places and things that you don't use anymore or whatever, the most you let go of, the better. I know it's hard to really dump everything. I wish I could dump everything and get everything new, and I will eventually, but you do what you can, right? But you know the weight of certain things carry and bear on you. And if you can let go of those, then that's a start. So considering that people who are here have already put in the work, so today we're ready to receive the bonus session, the bonus energy on top of the fire horse energy, which is one of the therapies that I do, one of the tools that I use, which is the table for accelerated prosperity. Why is it called table? Because it is a table. This is it. Okay, so the colors black and gold. So gold is the color of prosperity, of abundance, of manifesting. So showing the table, on this table we work on all levels of the body, on the mental, on the emotional, on the physical, on the spiritual, and we release dozens of blockages, of mental blockages, of emotional blockages, of physical blockages and spiritual blockages. So all of the beliefs, of the emotions that hold you back, all the memories, things from the past, things that are really tattooed, if you want, on your DNA, on your cells, on your body, things that you've picked up from your ancestors that are still lingering in your energy field, that you're still carrying with you. All these things keep you stuck energetically. They keep you in the past. They don't leave you, they don't let you manifest or move forward, because you're still functioning based on their patterns. And everything that we live is because we've copied from people, and we've copied from those who raised us. So parents or relatives or friends or whoever raised you when you were a kid, the first 7 years of age are very important in order for you to build yourself as a human being, as a future adult. So if you've experienced a lot of negativity and trauma and hardships, whatever hard experiences you had to deal with in the first 7 years of age, and mind you that the whole humanity, most of us, 70% of the whole planet goes through those hardships in the first 7 years of age, meaning that 50% of your negative experiences you go through in your first 7 years, and the other 50 along your lifetime. So imagine that 50% for a 7-year-old kid, and all the burdens, the remaining burden for throughout your life for the other decades to come. So it is a lot. So all the traumas that you've experienced, all the things that you've learned from others are going to shape you or have shaped you as the adult that you are today. Okay, so and people are having more consciousness and awareness towards what it is that they've learned and they've been carrying with them, that they need to let go and they need to change. And that's why I help people do that, leave their trauma, detach from their trauma, their emotions, and everything that is holding them back, so they can be present and manifest whatever they want, either money or relationships or jobs or residences or whatever it is that you need to manifest. But if you need to be present with yourself in the now. You cannot live in the now, but with the mentality of a 7-year-old. Because people who have sustained trauma, they bring the patterns of their behaviors to the present time. So you have your downfall, like if you're at work, for example, some things that you might have lived in your childhood can come out during conversations or discussions or whatever else, and then you don't even know why you behave that way. So those are things that you have to be aware of, experiencing in the present, that you have to detach from, so you can be present and become the adult, grow up to being the adult that you're meant to be. Okay, so then things can come to you. So basically here, what we do on this table, we not only activate the energies, we activate the highest energies possible. We activate like the direct connection to the divine, so we can really bring in the energy of abundance through the source. And so the symbols present on the table are mainly to make you manifest fast. And that's what we're going to concentrate. I use some mantras, and these mantras are in Hebrew, and they are used in order to clear the negativity, the energy, the negative energy influence that we might be experiencing and trying to break our work doing the table. And not only to break their invasion into the table, into our work, but also to elevate your connection to the divine, and to bring the highest manifestation possibility towards you. So the higher you vibrate, like I said, the higher you manifest. So these mantras are for that, okay? You can repeat them with me when I'm saying them or not. If you do, even better. If you are really into staying for the next 30-40 minutes with me, make sure that you have no distraction, no TV, no radio, no other people. Just be on your own and be present and listen to what I'm saying, okay? Other than that, I use crystals and I use pendulum. The pendulum will indicate what it is that I need to clear, and the movement of the pendulum will clear the negative energy from your field, okay? Now, I use citrine crystal in order to manifest, which is the crystal for abundance and prosperity. I have clear quartz as well for magnifying, and I have pyrite also for manifestation, for money and abundance. So if you're ready, I'm going to start. And if you have any questions, you can hold off to the end. Let me know at the end what it is. And then we go from there. All right. So I'm going to do the opening. And so I follow a protocol that I have to say the commands and whatnot. And it's just a pattern, right? So radionic tables, they are set up this way. Different tables, but usually with the similar patterns. All right, here we go. Before we start, if you know what you want to manifest today, make sure that you have it written on a piece of paper, all right, in front of you. One wish, and let's focus on this so it can come through for you during this year, okay? So what is the biggest thing that you would like to have this year that will really unlock your life for you and make you go places? That is what you need to write down on that paper, okay? So here's mine. All right, here we go. I asked to open the Table for Accelerated Prosperity session. I ask for all the highest energies to be present, to unlock all the blockages, to block all the negative energies from coming through, to bless all its practitioners. So open it, open it, open it. So here we go. I am the connection with the divine presence of light, Adriana. I'm going to say it again. You say your name, okay? I am the connection with the divine presence of light. Say your name. Now, like I said, tables, radionic tables are meant to raise the vibrational frequency. So I have a 180 degree semicircle here that actually measures your frequency from 0 to 100. So before we start, mind you that your vibrational frequency will be low, especially if you've never received a session of any radionic table before. So what is the frequency for the group right now? All right, you're at 5. So don't bother about the number, okay? We're going to measure again at the end, and you see the difference. So now, let's see what we're going to work with on the mental level. What is the first blockage that we need to clear from the mental level of the collective in order for them to manifest what they wish? Financial traumas. So whatever it is that you might have experienced as financial trauma, okay? Could have been something, of course, related to money, but it could have been a sequence of those traumas, could have been a big one. So we're going to clear that. What is the next blockage that we have to clear from the mental level of the collective? Unblocking debtors. So people who owe you money, if you have people who owe you money in this lifetime or other lifetimes, we're going to unblock and make them come forward. So people from other lifetimes can pay you through other people, okay? So this money can come to you in other forms. What is the next blockage that we need to remove from the mental level of the collective? Lack of creativity. Lack of creativity is what doesn't make you or doesn't let you make money. People who make money are very creative. So people who manifest money or who earn lots of money or who have many clients, many businesses, it's because they create all the time. So you need to be creative all the time. Whatever it is that you do, okay? So you have to always be thinking outside the box. You cannot be stagnant, because if you are stagnant, you're not manifesting. Understand the connection? So that's basically what you need to do. Be creative in order to manifest. If you are a content creator, if you do what I do, right? Not exactly therapies, but if you are on TikTok, Instagram, whatever, you have to have the imagination to create and put things out there, like I do, like others do. Okay, so just an example, but whatever it is that you create. If you cut hair, for example, if you're a hairstylist, you have to be creative, right? You have to create on every head a different style, right? There you go. So you make more money. What we have to, okay, let's clear the mental first, and then we do one at a time. All right, so let's clear what's blocking in your mind. What's stopping you from manifesting regarding your mental faculties? Here we go. Creator of others. I ask to be canceled, transmuted, and transformed. Financial traumas, lack of creativity, and unblocking of debtors from the mental level of mine and the collectives. Cancel now, transmute now, transform now. It is done, it is done, it is done. So now I'm going to do the hand placements and say those mantras that I told you that I have to say with each clearing that I do. So we're going to do the mental, so hand on your head. Kodosh, 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 Adonai Tsabaoth. Kodosh, 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 Adonai Tsabaoth. Kodosh, 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 Adonai Tsabaoth. Yod He Vav He, Yod He Vav He, Yod He Vav He. So these mantras will clear all the negative energies that are blocking you, stopping you from attracting what you want, and elevate your vibrational frequency as well. And there's some heaviness in there. All right, let's do the emotional. What's blocking you guys regarding emotions? What are you holding on to? What are you feeling? Sufficiency, impotency, and sadness. So I like to say these emotions 3 times to bring them to surface so we can clear them better. Sufficiency, impotency, sadness. Sufficiency, impotency, sadness. Sufficiency, impotency, sadness. So at some level, you are feeling this. You have already felt this. Maybe because it's regarding your reality, your present reality. You might feel sad or impotent or sufficient because you only have enough, not more than enough. So all these things are keeping you down financially and heavy. What's the next group of emotions that we need to clear from the collective so they can manifest, and mine as well? Dependency, rejection, abandonment. So I'm going to say it twice more. Dependency, rejection, abandonment. Dependency, rejection, abandonment. So those are things that you might be feeling right now, that you either depend on this job that you hate, or you depend on this little money you can't let go of. Rejection, you might have felt rejected somehow by someone that where you could have moved forward professionally, financially, but you couldn't break through. And abandonment, maybe it's somebody from your family, maybe it's a relationship. And mind you that relationships, if they are heavy energies, things that didn't work out, that you suffered a lot for, are keeping you poor. So you have to detach from this Romeo and Juliet love story because they don't let you manifest, okay? It's beautiful, but it keeps you poor. Good to know. Now, let's clear these emotions so we can move forward. Creator of all there is, I ask to be canceled, transmuted, and transformed. Dependency, rejection, and abandonment. Sufficiency, impotency, and sadness from the emotional body of mine and the collectives. Cancel now, transmute now, transform now. It is done, it is done, it is done. Now, hand is on the heart. Kodosh, 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 Adonai Tsabaoth. Kodosh, 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 Adonai Tsabaoth. Kodosh, 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 Adonai Tsabaoth. Yud Hei Vav Hei, Yud Hei Vav Hei, Yud Hei Vav Hei. We're going to move on to the physical. So what is blocking you on your physical body that's stopping you, preventing you from manifesting? And mind you that this energy combined with the fire horse energy, because this table is designed to manifest fast, okay? And it clears and manifests at the same time. Added on the energy of the fire horse, which is fast forward movement and abundance. So it's a big energy shift. So what are we changing and clearing from the from the physical body? Cellular reprogramming. Why do we have to reprogram your cells? Because every memory of everything that you've lived, especially again in the first 7 years of age, growing up, is part of your cells now. So everything that you've learned, you've heard, that you've lived has changed your cells, has changed your DNA, and you absorbed those memories onto your cells, onto your DNA. So you are now a different person, not the person that you were meant to be in this lifetime, but you came in picking up all that junk from others, and that created who you are today. So we're clearing your cells. We're reprogramming your cells so you can have an abundant programming. And what is the next tool that we need to use to clear? I had a feeling. DNA reprogramming. All right. So we're going to reprogram your cells and your DNA, okay? And make you more abundant that way. So we're going to clear the memories stored in your cells and DNA from your parents or those who raised you regarding scarcity, lack, not having enough, all that, okay? So let's clear what's blocking you on the physical level. Creator of all there is, I ask to be canceled, transmuted, and transformed. The cellular reprogramming and the DNA reprogramming on the physical level of mine and the collectives. Cancel now, transmute now, transform now. It is done, it is done, it is done. So now when we are clearing from the physical level, hands are forwards, and you say again, Kodosh, 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 Adonai Tsabaoth, Kodosh, 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 Adonai Tsabaoth, Kodosh, 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 Adonai Tsabaoth. Yud Hei Vav Hei, Yud Hei Vav Hei, Yud Hei Vav Hei. And my hands are burning. Good for you, because that's good energy your way. All right. We're going to clear what's on the spiritual level. What do we need to clear from the spiritual level of the collective and minds? Occult dimension. Okay, occult dimension are energies that are on the other side, like behind the scenes, that are influencing who you are, what you do, and so forth. So, give me a second here. So basically is when your physical body is in imbalance in other realities due to these spiritual influences, okay? So mind you that your body, when you sleep, you are physically here, you lie down in bed, you're sleeping, but your spirit goes places because we are not from this planet. We are not from this world. Spiritual beings are not from Earth. We are from other planets. So we are here physically, but we need to recharge. Hello. Hi, good evening. We need to recharge. We need to reset. And that's what we do. When we sleep, in deep sleep, we go to other dimensions. We go to do whatever we are meant to do, okay? We go to work, we go to help, we go to rescue, we go to do whatever, depending on what your role is, okay? I personally work a lot when I sleep, and I wake up exhausted a lot of times, many days, which as if I hadn't blinked an eye. So yeah, it's being a light worker is not easy. Let's just put it that way. All right, so what else do we need to clear from the spiritual body here? Magnetic field. So when we clear the magnetic field, we have to clear any devices that have been implanted into your spiritual body, into your energetic body, not spiritual, energetic bodies, because there are 7. And usually it's implants, devices, it could be chips, viruses. All those are mechanisms that are used by low vibrational frequency beings in order to have control over you. Why do they want to have control over people? In order to suck up their energy, in order to have them do, or you do, what they want you to do. So it's like you become a puppet in their hands. So you start having neck pain out of nowhere. You start having headaches. You start being irritated. You start being, bursting at people out of nowhere. You start getting very nervous and wanted to pick a fight with everybody and that kind of thing. So oftentimes, especially if you have sensitivity to energy and that your energy changes sometimes out of nowhere, you find 1 minute, the next minute you're not, it's because there's an implant that you picked up, there's a negative energy from someone you picked up. And mind you that if you are in public, if you are on public transportation, you go to a hospital, to a store, you go to the movies, anywhere where there's people, basically, you can come back with these things and bring them home with you, okay? That's why people who are very sensitive to energy, like I am, can't stand crowds. I can't be in, 5 people, to me, it's a lot. So if I do here, like if I'm here with you guys and you're not in my presence physically, it's one thing. Physically is another thing. So, you know what I'm saying? And if you resonate with this energy, you know what I'm talking about. All right. So let's clear those, the magnetic field, all the devices that have been implanted in there, and the occult dimension. Creator of all there is, I ask to be canceled, transmuted, and transformed. The occult dimension and the magnetic field from the spiritual body of the collectives and mine. Cancel now, transmute now, transform now. It is done, it is done, it is done. So now we're going to put hands backwards in order to say the commands, okay? Kodosh, 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 Adonai Tsabaoth. Kodosh, 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 Adonai Tsabaoth. Kodosh, 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 Adonai Tsabaoth. Yod-Heh Vav-Heh, Yod-Heh Vav-Heh, Yod-Heh Vav-Heh. Energy shifting. Whew. Good. Now, we're going to find some laws, universal laws that we need to activate in order to help you manifest fast your wish, okay? There's many, many, many universal laws. I only work with a few, and we have to activate a couple of them in order to have them work in your favor so your wish can come into fruition faster, okay? And just go to... Does anybody from this live who's present in this live, does any of you follow me already? Anyone who's here? I'm just asking because you probably have noticed, that I haven't posted it much lately. It's because I had been sick. I'm still coughing. So to do videos for me, it was a torture. So it was really hard. I'm still, trying to, but I had no voice and so forth. So that's why I'm drinking more. My throat is very dry still. But when I get better, I'll come back more. So it's not that I disappear. Something's happening on the background, okay? It's just so you guys know. All right. All right, let's see what kind of, which law we have to activate. Law of vibration. The law of vibration is pretty much try and have your vibration match the vibration of what you want to achieve. Remember, I said in the beginning that whatever you want to achieve vibrates high. So manifestation, according to the Hertz scale, the Hawkins scale, if you haven't seen that yet, Google Hawkins scale. It's a cone, and it has like different colors, and the numbers go from 20 or 30 up to 1,000. So basically that's what measures our vibrational frequency, and the emotions on different levels will mark where you are vibrating at that time. So what this table does elevates your vibrational frequency according to the Hawkins scale, so you can vibrate high. So in order for you to manifest, you have to be vibrating from 650 hertz and up to 1,000. So in order for you, if you are feeling low, angry, sad, anxious, nervous, you're vibrating very low. Okay, that's why you have to always be happy. I always say that the easiest way to keep you closer to manifestation is to be happy. Whatever it is that makes you happy, okay? Try and avoid drugs, but other than drugs, anything else, like try and go enjoy yourself. Listen to music, dance, laugh, go places, get out of the house, whatever it is, right? But be with your fur animal, hug them if you have kids, but try and be playful. That's the energy in order to manifest, okay? Playful. So what is the next law, the universal law that we need to activate for the collective? Law of receiving. A lot of people say that they want things, but they are not open to receive. Right? You might say you want things, but when you receive something from someone, somebody open their hand and give you something, some people are very awkward at receiving things from other people. I don't know if you've experienced this before, but a lot of people can't, even a compliment, right? Like you can say to somebody that you look pretty today, you smell nice today, whatever. Some people, they get very awkward and don't make eye contact. They don't say thank you, nothing. So people like that are people who can't receive. And if you can't receive, then you can't manifest, right? Imagine if somebody knocks at your door with like a pile of money. They want to give it to you. What do you say? You know what I'm saying? So start small. If you can't take a compliment, you can't take $1 million. So just so you know. All right. So law of receiving. There you go. Yeah. So we're going to expand your vibrational frequency, your energetic field, in order for you to receive from anywhere and not be stuck that you have to receive only from one source, okay? A lot of people think that the amount of money that they were going to receive is from their business, is from their job, right? Because you don't know you can receive from anywhere else. But you have to, if you want to increase your income, if you want to increase the amount of money that you bring in every month, you have to be open to accept money from anywhere and anybody. Okay, so so be open-minded as to detach from the sources that you think that usually bring you money. All right, and that's what this law is doing. And this is belief, based on belief system, 100%. All right. I activate the law of vibration and the law of receiving in order to say what you wrote on your piece of paper, okay? In order to manifest. All right, I just said mine, all right? So we activated the laws to work in our favor. Now, I'm going to activate the portal of blessings in order to have this portal manifest and work in our favor and bring into fruition everything that we want. Soaking in receiving. That's it, Cindy. That's the spirit. We have to be always open to receiving. Here we go. I activate the portal of financial blessings. Activate and potentialize extra money. Activate and potentialize new sources of income. Activate and potentialize money in large quantities. Activate and potentialize financial miracles. Activate and potentialize magic money. Activate and potentialize codes of universal prosperity. Activate and potentialize surging of wealth. Activate and potentialize possibilities with abundance of money. Activate and potentialize the update of a new financial reality. Activate and potentialize the increase of wages and income. Activate and potentialize financial blessings. Activate and potentialize the anchoring of the energy of the endless money. Activate and potentialize the dematerialization of scarcity, poverty, lack, and non-consciousness of money. I activate the restoration of the golden magnetic bodies of prosperity, wealth, abundance, and money. Profit and money profit. And why not lottery winning? You never know. Just to throw it out there. For those who are interested. Activate, activate, activate. I ask that the inferior and superior bodies of mine and the collectives be totally activated in order to receive the financial blessings coming from the creator of all there is. All right, so we just activated this whole list of financial blessings. And now let me show you guys here. This is the Hawkins scale that I was telling you. See the cone with the emotions on the side? If you just go Hawkins scale on Google, you'll find this, okay? And it shows you, it goes all the way from 20 to 700 to 1,000. So from shame and humiliation, which are the lowest emotions, to illumination and peace and illumination, vibrating at 1,000. So another way to get up there quickly is to meditate. So you have to be relaxed. So today I was like this before coming on. I was so relaxed that I was thinking I was going to sleep in front of you guys, but so relaxed. And I didn't meditate tonight. It was in the morning, but I'm like very relaxed, which is a good thing. All right, so let's close the session. Creator of all there is, I ask that all chakras, bodies, and dimensions of mine and the collectives be totally aligned to the divine consciousness. So it is under the light. Now, your vibrational frequency was at 5, right? In the beginning. What is the vibrational frequency of the collectives and mine at this point? All the way to 100. So it really goes from 0 to 100. It could have gone anywhere. 75 and up is considered high. You guys reached 100, which is perfect. So in order to stay in this energy, you have to do what I told you in the beginning of the live in order to vibrate at a high vibrational frequency as much as possible. If you still have difficulties vibrating high, and if you're still going back to the past because of your problems and traumas and whatnot, you need to clear that. You need to detach, okay, from the past. Like I said, those who live in the past do not manifest. Then I would suggest book a session with me, or as many necessary. It's usually not many for this table. But you need to clear. Like I said, I've been doing the work on myself for 10 years. So it's never ending. As long as you're on this planet, in this body, you need to do the work. There's no way around it, because you can always go back down. So in order to be up and to fight these attacks, and you have to do the work so you keep up straight. It's constant, okay? So if you're seeing me for the first time, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube under Transforms Therapies. And like I said, I usually put content out unless it's really, I'm seeing clients or whatever, like I'm exhausted and I can't make content, but it happens like that. Or, you know, when I'm coughing too much. But I do appreciate you being here. If you jumped onto the live and didn't watch the whole thing, the whole session, you only receive the benefits if you do watch the whole thing, okay? So I have to upload it, probably not tonight, but tomorrow it's going to be up, and watch it again, all right? And do the work. If you started doing the work, this year is going to be fire for you. Okay, for everybody, including me, because I've been doing the work for 10 years, for God's sake. Something's going to come out of this, okay? And for those who haven't yet, it's never late to start, okay? If you want to start by changing your frequency and booking a session, clear the junk from the past, reach out, okay? TransformTherapiesAB.com is my website, and my handle is Transform Therapies. Thanks for being here. Happy new Fire Horse years here to all of you, and I'll see you on my next live or on my content. Have a good night. Bye, guys.